So there's a number of people commenting in the live chat just about how much this is going to affect recruiting, and then Scott Frost may lose his job, not because of the lack of confidence that he can turn it around, but that the recruits may fall off so quickly that they need to change.
That's a very valid point, and I know right now Trev Alberts is at a crossroads. He's got a lot of decisions to make right now, and obviously, nothing's going to happen during the season. But coming up after the year's over with, there's definitely going to be some changes being made because that's just the way things work. But yes, recruiting wise, it's kind of funny, because I was just in Reno, Nevada Friday night covering Ashton Hayes, the running back commit. And, I mean, great kid, totally 100% committed, solid in Nebraska. But then, I see message board posts on our boards on Husker Online, about people wondering, how firmly is he committed if Scott Frost gets fired, or how firmly committed is if Scott Frost gets retained. So it's hard right now to gauge. I mean, you saw a big momentum swing where Nebraska was doing really good up until this Saturday, and now things have completely done a complete 180. And now your season outlook is pretty bleak right now, with what's left on your schedule and to try to be successful. And luckily, to that point, that it is a odd recruiting year where there's only 13 spots available. Nebraska just got a commitment from a local guy. They lost a commitment Monday from a defensive end from Florida, Hayden Schwartz. But they did gain a commitment from Millard South, Omaha here, out of Omaha, Gage Stinger, who was committed to Kansas State and got an offer from Nebraska last Friday and said, okay, he's always wanted to be a Husker. So, you lose one, you gain one. And Stinger's a good player. Like I said, he was committed to K-State, and we'll see. They like him as a linebacker, but he also plays quarterback right now at Millard South, and Nebraska told him that they're not leaving quarterback out of that equation. So great player. He's only ranked a 2-star right now, but one of those homegrown guys that you want to get on your roster. You don't want to let one of those guys get away because when you let those guys get away, people get pissed, and they always bring that up. So, But my point is, recruiting year this year is kind of strange, with only 13 guys available, and we've mentioned earlier in past shows that Nebraska's going to probably bring in 5 or 6 guys out of the transfer portal, experienced guys in with this class. So it's going to equal itself out at one point. But with Scott Frost, his future kind of up in the air. It's hard to say right now what recruits want, but I can tell you, I've met a lot of these guys that are committed. That are in this class, and pretty much 100% of these guys are committed to Nebraska and not just the coach or the coaching staff. Because there is a special thing about Nebraska where, academic development, the academic help that they give players here is unmatched in a top-notch, football program setting. And, most guys do commit for coaches and stuff, but my point is that a lot of these guys I would see sticking with their commitment no matter what happens. And it makes it sound like I'm thinking that Scott Frost is actually on the chopping block to get fired this year. He's not. Seriously, he's not. But there's going to be serious changes involved in his coaching staff, and then he gets another year, and then we kind of go from there.
Got our guy Ben Jackson asking online, what position is Gage Stinger being recruited for?
Yeah, we just said that. Yeah,
and he might be a quarterback. Okay,
right. No, yeah. I mean, they're calling him a linebacker right now, but they're leaving quarterback open because he is playing quarterback at Millard South. And I mean, this guy's a he's a 5-tool baseball player. If he was playing baseball, he can do everything. Last year, just as a point, he was holding for the kicker, and they run a fake as him as the holder, and he drops back and throws touchdown pass. Played wide receiver last year because Miller South had a really good quarterback anyway, and he was playing wide receiver last year, and he's making spectacular catches, and he's a headhunter on defense. He plays like the way I used to play. I mean, I'm not trying to prop myself up, but I mean, I love the way he plays at linebacker. But he's got his choice pretty much. If they need him at quarterback, he'll be a quarterback. Or I see him as a linebacker or a safety though down the road.
You'd be looking for the big hit.
Yeah. I mean, he's a JoJo Doman type guy. I mean, yeah. He loves to light people up.
All right. Tell us about your trip to Reno in terms of
awesome.
Awesome trip, but give us some football too.
Well, yeah, I mean, went out there to see Ashton Hayes, the running back commit at a Reno McQueen High School. Going into the night, McQueen was 6-0. Leading their division out there, and Ashton had been through 6 games, averaging 171.3 yards per game rushing, 16 touchdowns going into it. Senior night there at McQueen, beautiful setting. Mountains all around you. I mean, you couldn't get anything better. Burgers on the grill, smoke coming up from the grills. Houses, on top, right above the field. Beautiful setting. Like I said, senior night. They played Reno High School, and Reno came in there and beat them 14-6. Ashton was held to 79 yards on the ground on 14 carries. He did have a 39-yard touchdown run and showed his stuff there, but their team was outmatched. Their team, well, they weren't outmatched. I don't want to say they were outmatched, but the offensive line didn't play very good. I kind of mentioned to the head coach, it kind of looked like Nebraska. There was a lot of mistakes, and but they had their chances and stuff. But great trip. My first time I've ever been to Reno, Nevada, and I'm still kicking myself. I should have stayed an extra day. Had a great time, and everybody was so nice. The AD to the assistant principal to the head coach and Ashton and everybody. Great time. And he's so excited to come to Nebraska and play in front of 90,000 people. And it was all around. It was a great trip. It was too short. For, like I said, everybody, my boss even tried to tell me that I should stay an extra day, but I didn't believe him. But kicking myself right now. But it was great. I put the feature out today, interview feature, and all the highlights from the game and stuff. Even though he did have a subpar game for for him, but you know what? Right now he does still have 1,170 some yards right now through 7 games on the year. So he's been putting up video game type stats, and unfortunately, I think it's the Husker Online curse. Every time I go somewhere, I mean, I went to San Antonio to see Richard Torres, and they lose, and he gets hurt out for the year. And luckily, Ashton did not get hurt, but they did lose. But all in all, great trip. Very happy to have seen Reno.